What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm actually kind of going to respond to my last video that I made because so many people are really upset by it. So I just wanted to clarify that when I had the conversation with the atheist at my work, I just want to let you guys know that we didn't have an argument. It wasn't an argument. We weren't yelling. I responded in a very respectful manner. He listened to me, I listened to him, and it was fine. So for everyone that's like, I'm getting called demented, I'm getting called that my version of love is like sad and like I'm unrealistic and just I'm getting so much hate from that video. But what's really, really funny is that I don't want to spark any more arguments. So I'm kind of just responding to people in a very loving way because I want my actions to speak louder than my words. You know, if somebody's coming at me in a mean way, I want, them to see Jesus inside of me where I just respond in a loving way. So I want to let you guys know that in no way was I trying to offend anybody. In no way was I arguing with my coworker. Like I said, we're like really good friends. We're super cool. And one of my other best friends is an atheist too. And me and her talk about stuff all the time. So part of that video was basically just to show you guys that he had sparked that and asked me about my faith and about my God. So I responded to him. In no way, shape, or form do I ever just go around preaching about God or telling people my version. It's only when people ask me that I will talk about God because, for that reason. A lot of people you don't see eye to eye. And I just want to make it very, very clear that that's okay. You don't have to agree on things. I mean, some people are... my friend the other day who's like hardcore Republican, she asked me, well, if you're, what are you? Like, are you a Democrat? Are you Republican? Are you conservative? Are you liberal? And I said, I really don't follow politics, just like I don't follow the rules of organized religion. So she said, well, if you had to choose, I'm like, girl, I don't vote. I don't watch the news. I don't do any of that stuff just because I try to stay in my own world. Not talking anything bad against those of you that do, okay? First and foremost. But I just don't follow any of that stuff. I don't categorize myself as anything, but if I absolutely had to, I would say I'm a liberal Democrat. Now, that doesn't mean in some ways I am conservative because I am. And that's the funny thing is it's like people put a label on it. Well, you have to be this or you have to be that. It's one or the other. Usually we're a little bit of both. Am I not right in that sense? So she goes, well, if you're a Democrat, then that means that you don't believe in God and that you want innocent children to all be murdered. And I was like, not really. I mean, if we're going to get on the abortion subject, it's for people that need it. And does that mean that I want innocent babies to die? No, it's just my personal whatever. That's why I don't like getting involved in anything that has to do with confrontation because people will always find a way to argue. And let me just say too that you don't have to feed into that. You have the right to not respond. You have the right to not engage in those conversations. So it just goes to show that you're not going to see eye to eye with some people. And whereas you could say that you're a Christian, some people are going to say, well, you can't really be a Christian because you do this or you do that. Or I had someone say that I wasn't a Christian because I believed in reincarnation. Okay, that's why I've gone to say that I want to make my videos come out there because I think that we all possess a little bit of every religion. If you know what I mean? So like Buddhists believe in reincarnation. Does that make me a Buddhist? No. But people say, well, you can't possibly believe that then if you're not a Buddhist. But I do, and I go to Christian church, and I've also experienced going to Catholic church. I mean, there's a common denominator in religion, and that common denominator is basically just loving everything around you. I mean, you don't have to subject yourself to being all in at once, full throttle. That's why I've told people, if you're looking to get involved in Jesus, do it in your own way. You don't have to follow all of the rules. And those of you that are negatively commenting on all of my stuff, like, well, you're not a Christian because of this, and you don't believe in, then you must be a devil worshiper because you believe in, in reincarnation. You guys, I just calm down, okay? I'm not here to argue with you guys. You're entitled to your own opinion, okay? And I have many beliefs. That's what I'm saying. So that's just one thing, is that, in no way, shape, or form was I trying to make anybody mad or feel like they had to defend themselves. I was just sharing and expressing, just a conversation that I had with my friend. And like I said, I have lots of friends that are gay, that are Republicans, that are, Mormon, atheist. I'm friends with all of these people, and you have to just treat people with respect. You can't always push your beliefs on people. I mean, it's one thing to just, and if you don't agree, you guys, just listen. You don't have to respond, okay? If you feel like there's going to be a confrontation and you don't want that, then just don't respond. So you're giving people the power when you actually engage in that stuff. Now, if you are an argumentative person, or you are combative, or argumentative, whatever, debate, if you like debate, not all people are going to be that way. Does that mean that I'm a coward? No, I'll openly talk about my stuff. But like I said, when it comes to religion or politics, that's a very sensitive subject. So I don't try to provoke any type of negativity. So I apologize to you guys if I did that. But what I think is funny is that if anybody who watched that video was highly offended, I just kind of want to know why, because in no way was I saying he was wrong. In no way did I bash on him or speak negatively of him or speak negatively about atheists. I didn't say anything negative about you guys. So if you're an atheist, that's your opinion. That's okay. You don't have to watch my videos, okay? I'm not being defensive. Everyone's like, you're so defensive. Not at all, you guys. If you have watched any of my videos, you would know that my message on here is to help you see eye to eye with one another, to help you love each other. If you do have an argument, you can still listen and be respectful. You don't have to always fight. Like, why is everyone so like, well, I have to give you my opinion, I have to slap you with the truth, and I have to do... No, you guys, we don't have to do that. It's so unnecessary. And my response to all of the people that were so upset came from a very loving place, and I truly mean that. Like, I'm not trying to offend you by any way, shape, or form. In no way did I think that I was being disrespectful or argumentative in that video. But if I was, then I apologize. That's not my meaning. I'm just trying to share with you guys some experiences that I have, and to honestly help us be united, you guys. My videos are not directed towards tearing people apart or telling you that you're always right and everyone else is wrong. Like, no, you guys, we need to all come together in today's society, okay? That's why we have gay pride. That's why, we have Black Awareness Month and stuff like that. We need to all see eye to eye and be respectful of one another. And if you don't see eye to eye, just know it's okay. Like, you're entitled to the way, but how you respond to people, it makes all of the difference. And so if I can teach you anything, is with age, you become more mature. And that is part of why I want to share my relationship with God. Is, these people are getting so upset and so angry at me talking about God. It's like, in any way am I being offensive? Am I being mean? Am I saying hurtful things? Absolutely not. Nothing but goodness and love and grace comes from my videos, period. That's it. You know, none of my videos will you ever hear me say anything bad about someone. Will you ever hear me talk trash on anyone? That is not my message. I want everybody to, we need to create fellowship here. And that's the true meaning behind Jesus, is he came to teach us how to lead the example. That was God's living proof. And I'm not going to keep talking about how God is very real, because unless if you have felt the presence, you really can't understand it. But something that's interesting to me is, even scientists have said nothing comes from nothing. Nothing comes from nothing, okay? So something else that I've brought into perspective is there was a guy that did a documentary speaking and interacting with atheists. And he came at them in a very, monotone manner, where he just asked them a couple of questions, and he presented them with a book. In the book, there's pictures, there's page numbers, there's descriptions of animals and the planet, and it was like a National Geographic's book, right? So the best way that I can explain it is, he asked these people, do you think that just a big explosion happened and that this book was created? And people said, well, no, that's very silly. He said, you're right. There's lots of photographers involved. There's lots of writers involved. There was somebody that actually published the book. There was somebody that put the book together and made it all make sense. And so many people were involved in creating a book. And so much happened to make your life into existence. Your DNA is one of a kind. Your eye color, your hair, your skin, the way that you are, your talents, your weaknesses. Every single person is extremely different. So how did that all come from nothing? And I don't want to spark any more arguments. So this is probably the last video that you will hear me, in a sense, defending myself, but I'm really kind of not, in a way. I'm just trying to help us all unite and come together. So not only do I want to apologize to those of you who felt very offended and think that I'm extremely demented for my version of loving everyone. I don't know, at where in any point do I come off as being an enemy, or I'm a hateful or hurtful person. That's so far from the truth. I'm not that at all. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope that maybe shed some light on kind of where I'm coming from and my intentions behind that video. I'm not going to delete it because I still stand by it. And words can't describe the presence of God. And people that come to God should really be about it, not just know the Bible. Does that make sense? If you know every verse in the Bible and you memorize it, and that's not bad by any means, but did you really learn anything? A. And B, do you think that everything that God knows is in the Bible? No. So those of you that base every single thing on the Bible and you're not open to anything more, that is wrong too. Because everything that God's knowledge is vast. It is so vast we can't comprehend it. So not everything that God knows is just in the Bible. There's more avenues. So those of you that say that I'm a devil worshiper because I believe in reincarnation, I mean, that's not true. I'm not a devil worshiper. Okay? I love God very much. I'm very involved in Jesus. I'm very involved in loving him and just leading that example. All I want to do is lead the example, that we all just need to love one another. So that's all for today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful video. Again, if you want to comment, go ahead, and I won't provoke an argument, and I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm going to come at you in a loving response. And just know too that I don't want to feed into that negativity. So if you're so offended by my videos, I'm sorry. You can go to another channel and watch, okay? You don't have to watch me. So I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for watching.